I'm just going to record a podcast. Is that all right? I'm going to record my last podcast for this nonsense. Is that all right? You carry on doing your stuff. I'm just going to... in fact, I'll take all this stuff... Sorry? Such a twat. I'm going to go to my amply sized dressing room. It's a nice dress. That's not even sarcasm. It's genuine. It's a nice dressing room. Right, I'll walk and talk. So, October the 22nd, an important day for many reasons, primarily because it means my mum is now officially her last payment. Well, you don't need to know this, but yes, it's an important day in my head because, yeah, my mum is now officially over the threshold, or below the threshold, or whatever it is, meaning that hopefully the council will now step in and pay the majority of her care home fee. That's why it's an important day in my head. Also, less important is the fact it's the last show of the current Iain Lee versus Radio tour. And I'm in Totton. No, I didn't know either. It's sort of near Southampton. It's only about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. At the Arts Centre. It's not sold brilliantly. I think we sold 50. I think it holds 160, something like that. I'll check it. It's a shame to end it like this because, the penultimate show, the one in Luton, was a doozy. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'm in the dressing room. You can hear me just getting my bits and pieces out. I went to sort out my wash bag. I've got my Carl Wilson book I got from the library. I also have my computer and I play some tunes on the computer with my diary. I've got to write down. I've got to phone Bucks County Council tomorrow. Right, not phone them, fill in the form and send it off. Right, so voice is holding out. Didn't lose my voice in any of the dates, which is good. Came close. I've got lozenges and I've got throat sprays for today because it's a little bit close. It's sitting on my chest, this horrible bloody thing. So, how's it gone? Yeah, do you know what? It's gone all right, actually. I'm very, very proud of what I've achieved. I think the show probably really came into its own in Bath. Up until then, the show was all right, but it was. I kind of think back to Brighton for some reason. I don't know why I always think back to Brighton. And what it really was then was just a series of clips. I'd like the people that saw it in Brighton, I'd like Alison Ferns, who saw it in Brighton, to come and see it again. It's different. Kind of, it's a series of clips with a very flimsy narrative. The narrative now is a lot stronger and a lot more clearly defined. And it's more personal, and there's 2 moments of disaster in it for me with the Chinkies and the Dwayne Chambers. And it's more... I think I've finally managed to convey the joy that I have for radio. That's what it's about. It's about my personal story, kind of as a secondary strand, and the primary strand is me trying to just sell my joy for radio, for listening to radio and working in radio. And I don't think I really had that until Bath. Did I say Bristol? Was it Bristol with Bath? That was, for me, a real revelation, the Bath show. The show was about 95 minutes long. The show in Bath it ran for about 2 hours, not including the interval. Because it was a joy, because I kind of got the groove of performing live back. I had confidence in the piece. And the audience, I'll be honest, was just full of geeks, man. Just full of my kind of people. And it was the first one where it was full-on proper geeks, I think. And it's not in any way to demean the other audiences at all. But it was a really significant turning point for me. And since then, the shows have been shows. They've been more of a show and more of a story. Highlights the Bath show, meeting the delightful Will Guyot, the LBC... I'm so fucking tired. The LBC Geeky Gadget expert. Top bloke, eating kangaroo burger with him and his partner and a friend of theirs. The Luton show was amazing. 237 people came, sold out. My team were there, Kelly and Catherine and Justin and Scoins, and my wife was there, and it just worked, man. It just worked. Scott Balcony came and did a couple of songs at the opening. It just worked, and it was a joy to do. Really was. And then meeting everyone afterwards. And, everyone's been so lovely afterwards. Other highlights. There was another show that I really kind of enjoyed. Jackson's Lane was a little bit disappointing. I think I built up Jackson's Lane in my head a bit too much. And again, I had a couple of friends coming. I used to live around the corner from Jackson's Lane. I used to live near Jackson's Lane for about 15 years. And I guess maybe I built that up in my head a bit too much. And it went well. I recorded that one. There were some nice bits. I mean, Sheila from the Cock Fosters was delightful. And that's kind of what made that show, I think. And that was the beginning of the second half. And the second half was great. The first half was a little bit dry. But then, then again, I'm aware I am my harshest critic. And people said really nice things afterwards. And that's been interesting, hearing, meeting the people afterwards. I hate is a strong word. I dislike the bit at the end where I come out and there is an audience stood in the lobby or the bar or wherever, and then I have to kind of go, hey guys, who wants a photo? Now, I don't dislike having the photo, and I like meeting the people. It's that bit where I go, hey, would you like a photo? Hi, would you like a photo? Because I'm kind of aware it's up to me to drive it. And I'm low self-esteem, not particularly keen on myself, so, and it's one thing doing it on stage, doing it to a queue of, sometimes, about 70 people were at Cambridge waiting to be seen. It's about an hour we were there. Anyway, that's been delightful because I've heard some amazing stories, and I'm crying with some lad because his mum died, and it reminded me of my dad, and it set me off, and people talking about, and I don't want to, people just tell me some amazing stories. Let's leave it at that, actually. That's been really humbling. I'm not very good at taking compliments. I'm not very good at hearing the people saying positive things about me. But I've really been trying, and actually, it's been a very healthy thing to have all that. Down bits. I was disappointed. Swindon was a good gig. But there weren't, 40 people there out of something that holds up 200. It was a tough one, but it was a good gig, actually. It went really well. Saying that, a few weeks before, Dodgy had played there. There's 3 of them. They'd only drawn 30 people. You do the maths. I'm 5 times better than Dodgy. Do you know what? I can't... Worcester was tough, actually. Worcester was a tough show. The hardest thing was after the Luton gig, and it went really well, and I was so pleased, and I was so proud. And I was lying in bed, kind of buzzing, and I reached, I'm going to cry now, I reached for my phone to text my dad that it had gone well. And, my dad died a while ago, and, I wish my dad could have seen this. I never really got to share a lot of my successes with my dad, because we didn't speak for ages, and he didn't speak for years and years and years. And, yeah, it would have been nice for my dad to have seen this. Anyway, he's not, and that's fine. So anyway, it's the last one tonight, he said. It's Totton, Southampton. Really lovely art centre, quite a modern one. This has been one of the joys of doing this, is kind of seeing all these different art centres and theatres and comedy clubs, and it's this is nice, modern. Luton Library Theatre, by the way, what a gem, hidden away in Luton of all places, a brilliant venue. This is nice, last one, not sold brilliantly, kind of feels, no disrespect to the venue or the people coming, going out with a whimper as opposed to going out with the bang of Saturday. I'm really tired. I feel a bit begrudging being here, being completely honest, but I should give the show my best. I did send an email to my agent today saying, well, maybe we should book a few more in Milton Keynes and St Albans, and but I don't know if we will. I think the plan is now, we filmed it in Luton, I probably can't sell that DVD because of all the copyright, so we'll either just put it up for free on YouTube, or we might do a donation thing or something. I don't know. But probably cut that down to a 5-minute teaser, and then see if I can get some corporate gigs off it, to be honest, to cash it in. Radio producers, it will make a decent little radio doc as well. Little series, or a little half an hour, or an hour thing. I could do it easily. Anyway, so that's that. Thanks for being part of this stupid journey. You see, I told you I'd get bored of doing the podcast, didn't I? Well, I did. I'm going to read Mikhail Wilson and put my computer onto shuffle. Peace and love, man. And then we press stop.